Okay, let's get you the trivia question of the day, brought to you by Results Pest and Termite. Roughly how many people do stinging insects send to the emergency room every year? 500, 25,000, 100,000, or 500,000? We'll have that answer in just a few minutes.
At this moment, your biggest investment could be in danger, and by one of the smallest things, termites.
Tim Steininger and Greg Morantz from Results Pest and Termite are here to tell us just how important it is to get your home inspected and to do it soon. Nice to have you guys back.
Hey, thanks for having us.
So let's start with a very basic question, because some people may not know. What is a termite and why do they spell trouble for your home?
Yes, well, it's important for everybody to know what a termite is. It's an insidious insect that eats wood, and so they live in the ground and they come up into homes and structures that contain cellulose, which is actually the material that they're looking for. And it's a material that's found in wood and paper. And as you can see by the picture there, they're pretty small in comparison to your fingertip. And a particular colony, we may have many colonies once a home is infested, can contain up to 500,000 termites.
Wow, so it sounds like the damage could happen pretty quickly. So how do you know if your home has termites? Like, what are the telltale signs?
Well, they'll come up into your house, Heather, through these mud tunnels that they create from feces and saliva. And they don't like the light, but you can see these tunnels. They're pretty obvious and telltale. If you take a walk around the outside of your house and look at the foundation where it meets the ground, you'll see these little tunnels quite often. You don't always see them because a termite can come up through a crack in the slab about the size of a piece of paper. But if you see this is definite activity here. And grab a flashlight, walk around the house and take a look for these tunnels, because once they're in the structure, eating the cellulose and the wood in the walls, they're doing damage and they just don't stop.
Right. And these are just the signs on the outside of the house, the things you can see. That's not stopping them from going inside and eating the rest of the home, like we were saying earlier, from the inside out. So this means they're also inside.
That's exactly right, Alexander. Another good question and observation. So not only will you see evidence of termites on the outside in their mud tunnels that Greg was speaking of, but you may find them actually hanging from the ceiling inside the homes. In fact, just yesterday I was inspecting a home and we found mud tunnels hanging from the ceiling above the bath, mud tunnels inside the closet, in the dark area, and it can be on the inside, it can be on the outside, and they're eating from the inside out.
Oh my gosh, and that's what you see. What you don't see is what's happening behind the walls or in the walls.
Exactly.
So it's got to be quite the challenge to make sure that you get rid of these. How do you go about doing that?
Well, the treatment process is quite involved and very thorough. And what we do is we create a moat around the castle. When we come out to treat a house for termites, or even a house that may be a preventative treatment where there's no visible evidence of termites, we'll create a barrier around the entire home so that these termites that are coming in from any direction, and they forage up to 100 yards, the length of a football field, they'll come out from their colony. And the University of Arizona has done a study, and there are multiple colonies living on any given acre of land. And so you want to keep your house protected from every side. If they come up into your house, they're going to be contaminated by the products that we've laid down around the outside of the house, and they take that chemical back to their colony. They groom each other, they share it amongst them, and that's how we get rid of a colony. There's some people who advocate, oh, I have a tunnel, I'm just going to put some chemical right here. That's not a great solution, because then the termites just come up to another spot on the house. But if they're coming in from different directions and everywhere they go, they're getting that contaminant that we've laid down, which lasts a good long time as well. And of course, we provide a 100% satisfaction guarantee. And they can get that chemical on them no matter which direction they're coming in. The product gets from one termite to the other. Eventually, in a short period of time, it'll get on the queen, because if it doesn't, she's just going to keep making more termites.
Right.
And also what can happen is enough termites in the colony will die that the colony will not be able to support itself and collapse.
And I mean, we're talking about a response to a problem that already exists, but really, ideally, you want to prevent termites in the first place, right? So how can we do that?
Yes, precisely. Well, it's essentially the same procedure. What we're trying to do is prevent the termites from ever getting into the house, so there's never any cosmetic or even structural damage. And just in the same way that Greg was saying, where we want to, your home is your castle, we want to put a moat around the castle. Anytime that they're coming in, they're going to have to go through that moat. We also do an additional treatment, which many other companies don't do, which includes treating all the plumbing protrusions. So anytime inside of the house where plumbing pipes or water pipes are coming up, we'll also treat the wall voids or the insides of the walls where those pipes are coming through.
Those termites, they're attracted to moisture, so they might come up through your wall voids into where the plumbing's coming into the house, and you'll never see them, and they're in the walls doing all kinds of wood damage and chaos. They can eat your pictures. A lot of times we'll see tunnels coming up in people's garages going into a box, and they open up and they have their family heirlooms or personal items
Destroyed.
and they're just destroyed in there.
And so you do take that personal approach, like you say, and when you said you have different ways of doing it that other companies don't, but you also really pride yourself on customer service.
That's correct, Heather. We're not a big national company. We're local here to Tucson. 23 years with the founders, Sonny and Jen, in business here. They're still at it with us every day. We have A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. No complaints in all that time. I could tell you
That's
about
fantastic.
our 100% satisfaction guarantee. We answer our phones. We show up clean and with our ID, so you know that you're with the right people. And you give us a call, we'll come out, either myself or Tim or one of our certified technicians. No cost, no obligation. If you think you may have termites, we'll take a look for you.
And you'll build them out for us.
That's right. That's what we want, is with that personal touch and to know that, if we're letting you into our homes, we better trust you, and we can.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for being here as always.
Thanks for having us.
Now back to the trivia question. Roughly how many people do stinging insects send to the emergency room each year? 500, 25,000, 100,000, or 500,000? Stinging insects, from fire ants to wasps and yellow jackets, can cause dangerous allergic reactions, sending more than 500,000 people to the emergency room each year.
Shocking number. And right now, you can call for a completely free termite inspection. If you want more information, check out resultsarizona.com or call 520-615-9291.